Welcome. This video is about my problem with the cold steel Recon 1. I was carrying this knife for about a week or two when I got a rattling sound from the locking mechanism. When the blade was deployed and you moved it from left to right, you get a clicky rattling sound from the lock. When the blade was locked in the carry position, there was no rattle. So what you need is to disassemble it, and to achieve that you remove the pivot screw and these 5 small screws. You need a torque screwdriver for that, a number 10 on the pivot screw and number 8 on the small screws. You also you need to remove even these screws holding the pocket clip. You might think that you just hold the clip. They don't. You need to remove them also. And also remember not to remove these screws. They hold the locking mechanism when you take the scales apart. So don't remove these. Keep them in. Okay. So when you got the screws removed, you just pry the scales off. At first you might need a flathead screwdriver to do this, but I already got it taken apart. You can see the triad lock. I thought that it would be more complex, but it's fairly easy. Nothing comes apart until you keep the screws in. Nothing comes apart. It stays like this. And what's making the rattling sound is this little pin, this little sucker. Because I've dropped the knife 2 or 3 times, so maybe it was glued there in the holes and it came loose. So just you need to put something in those holes that retain it. In this hole or this hole, I put a piece of rubber in there, so the pin has less space to move. It was moving from one scale to another and creating a rattle sound. Also, you cannot remove this. If you think, I'll just remove it. What this does, it prevents the blade from hitting the spacer and the locking mechanism. It keeps it from hitting. If you remove it, the blade will hit the spacer. I hope this helps somebody. I was searching for it online, but there was no YouTube video, nothing on the forums. So I hope this might help somebody. Have fun with your blade.